Hi class, welcome. In this video, I promise this will be 15 minutes or less. So I'm stopping at 8, I'll stop at 8:10. I'm going to create a couple variables. I'm going to add them together, and I'm going to then save this. So I've created a new project, and my Java class is called vars and math, and again, I know where this is. It's going to be in more or less the same directory that I wrote the Hello World program in. 2024 Spring, Java. Now it's going to be vars and math is the name of my project. Then vars and math source, and then I'll find vars and math.java. Okay, so let's declare an integer, and then let's perform some math. This is how I do that, declaring an integer named a and initializing it with the variable, with the value 10. So this is called a type or a data type. Java is a strongly typed language, unlike Python. Java requires all variables to be typed. So it means you as a programmer, you must provide a type for that. A type tells your program how much storage space it will be required to store what you're storing it. So I'm using a variable that is an integer. That means a whole number. It means it does not have a decimal part, and therefore this will take up to 4 bytes. Maybe it's 8 bytes. It doesn't matter. Me as a programmer, I just need to know that on this system I'm declaring an int, and this int is called a. Now for this one, I'll use double precision floating point. So I declare a double. It's typically called a double variable named b, and I initialize it with the value 5.5. Then I create another variable which is of type double, and then I use the assignment operator and I do some math, which is going to be a plus b. So now system dot, notice I'm not doing any typing, dot out dot print line. Now I'm going to use a string and concatenation to output the sum. So \n, I'll say the sum of, now I can do this, of a double quote, and now here what I'm doing in this line of code is I'm using the plus signs here, but this seems kind of weird, right? Because how can I perform arithmetic on a literal string here? What's a string? Is just a bunch of characters that start and stop with double quotes. This is a string. Well, because this is so frequently used in the Java language, Java allows me to do this, and this will output, you'll see this when I run the program, it'll say the sum of 10 and 5.5, and it will concatenate. It will concatenate those numeric data types with the literal string. Concatenate means to join, right? And B, not very descriptive variable names here. I understand that. Concatenation, yes, last one, and finally sum. Okay, so when you're coding stuff like this, code something, and then before you run your program to yourself, say what you would expect. So I expect a string to be output, couple new lines, blank space, then something that says the sum of 10 and 5.5 is, and then that's going to be 15.5, right? That's what I expect to see. So in my output window, the sum of 10 and 5.5 is 15.5. Okay, great. So also more math here. More math. Variables can also be used to store the results of other operations. Here I've created a double called product, and product is going to be actually now initialized to A, and then this is a star. Around computers, this is what we call it, a star. That is a multiplication operator. So the operator uses, it's called a binary operator because it uses two operands. Here I have an operand A and operand B. So the result of A times B is going to be stored into product. Then when I output this, product, oh look, I need to change this. That's just going to say A and B is, so let's do what we did before, right? Plus A plus double quote plus B. Lots of pluses, lots of double quotes. It's okay, you know what? Class, I don't care if it takes you a half hour to write this one line of code. At the end of that half hour, you're going to understand concatenation, you're going to understand strings, you're going to understand math, okay? So don't just script kiddie this and say you're done with it. No, code it up and understand it. Why am I getting A there? It'd be okay. When you do something, you should run it. Make one small change to your program, run your program, make sure it's running. And this looks good. Sum of 10 and 5 is 15.5. Product of 10 and 5.5. The new sum of A and B is, okay, we need to change this. New sum of, so double quote, plus A. Again, these are string concatenations. This is a literal string. B is sum. And let's give this new lines. I like to use backslash n's for new lines. All right, and this is, when this runs, this is all the code I'm doing for this program. There we go. Okay, so very short, I think. So hello world, that's one program, vars and math.java. Those are two programs. I'm going to do what I did in the first video and push this to my remote repository, and then I have two programs. Okay, so for this module, I'd like you to write at least 5, create at least 5 projects and at least 5 programs. If you just do this one program here, vars and math, I would like you to get beyond the hello world program. All right, I'm saying that, but just get your programs working here, get comfortable with the way Java looks, and take a stab at chapter 2, getting through either the PDF of the Chapter 2 and or the HTML version of Chapter 2. All right, and this will conclude our 13-minute video.